The people closest to us can surprise us when we least expect it. At just the right moment, someone we thought we knew well shares something that changes everything, just as laughter fades into silence. Tearfully, Chad Paine opened up to his wife Erin Bates Paine, and to fans who followed their journey from bringing up Bates, revealing something that left many speechless. Chad has always been known as the calm, dependable one, the steady husband, the quiet strength behind Erin's music and motherhood. But this revelation, it was something no one saw coming, not even Erin, despite all the years of love, loss, and shared faith they'd walked through together. Behind their picture-perfect smiles and graceful family updates lay a story few could have predicted, a journey of heartbreak, renewal, and rediscovery. More than any interview or blog post could express, it was Erin's reaction that captured the depth of that moment. Keep watching, because what unfolded between Chad and Erin that evening revealed a side of their marriage and their humanity that few ever get to see. By the end, you may see love, struggle, and faith through a whole new lens. It happened quietly in the couple's Tennessee living room, the same cozy space where Erin often played piano and sang hymns for her followers online. The children had gone to bed, and a soft rain tapped against the windows. Erin, radiant but tired from a long day of homeschooling, glanced up as Chad sat beside her, visibly nervous. He took a long breath, the kind you take before saying something that's been trapped inside too long, and finally spoke. For a while now, Chad began softly, I've been trying to prove that I'm strong enough, but I don't think I've been honest about how much I've been struggling. Erin froze for a moment, blinking, unsure where this was going. Chad's voice trembled as he continued. When you had to step away from music because of your health, I told myself I had to hold everything together. But I started to feel like I wasn't enough for you, like I failed somehow. The words hung heavy in the quiet. Erin's eyes welled up. In their world, one built on faith, family, and constant togetherness, weakness wasn't something Chad showed easily. But that night, his honesty broke through every carefully held wall. To understand that moment, you have to look back at their story. Chad Paine didn't grow up in the spotlight. Before reality TV, before the large Bates family gatherings and public attention, he was a hardworking man with a gentle spirit and a calling to serve. When he met Erin Bates, the talented pianist, singer, and one of 19 children in the Bates family, their connection was instant. He was steady, she was bright and full of melody. They married in 2013, full of dreams. But early in their marriage came heartbreak. 5 miscarriages, seasons of uncertainty, and a devastating health journey for Erin that forced her to step away from performing and focus on recovery. Through it all, Chad was unwavering, building furniture by hand, providing for his family, praying over Erin and their children. Yet inside, he carried doubts that few knew about. Even as fans celebrated their faith and strength, Chad sometimes questioned his place in the story. Erin was admired, loved, and followed by thousands online. Her music lifted hearts. Her name carried hope. And quietly, Chad wondered, am I doing enough beside her? Does anyone see what I'm carrying? That night in the living room, he couldn't hide it anymore. Erin reached over, her hand trembling slightly, and placed it over his. No quick reassurance, no denial, just presence. Tears filled her eyes as she whispered, "You've never needed to prove anything. You've always been enough, Chad, for me, for our children, for God." The moment wasn't filmed, but days later, Erin spoke about it in her vlog. "It's hard to see the person you love most question their worth," she said softly. "Chad has carried so much quietly. He's been my rock for so long, and that night, I realized he needed someone to be his." Fans who had followed their family for years were moved to tears. In a world of highlight reels and perfection, the Paine's quiet honesty stood out. Later, Chad shared in a family podcast that the conversation changed him. "I realized that faith doesn't mean pretending you're okay all the time. Sometimes strength looks like saying, 'I'm tired, I need grace.'" For a man who had built a life on service, humility, and quiet perseverance, this confession was transformative. Erin, ever the nurturer, began encouraging him to open up publicly, not to perform, but to heal. In the months that followed, their relationship deepened. Erin returned to the piano, writing a new hymn inspired by that night, "Enough for Me." It became her most personal song yet.